now going to have our guy Billy Liucci on. TexAgs and TexAgs.com joins us now. Billy, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
I'm good. What's up, buddy? How are you?
You know, just living the dream. You know, just the day 3 grind of media days.
Day 3, and I'm waiting on the Aggies on day 4.
I know. Y'all got to wait a long
I know.
time.
It's like, I don't know which one's better or worse. The fact that we had LSU right out of the gates, first team, and then it's like the rest of the week.
That's true, too.
Everybody else, or if it's like A&M. Are they the – yeah, they're the very last team.
The last. My flight's at like 7:30 out of here.
Very
it's
last
Thursday
team.
night, and then I get to drive from Houston to College Station, so that'll be a fun Friday morning of radio.
Outside of the Aggies, of course you are here, and y'all do a great job covering it all week. Who's most intriguing to you? Like, who are some teams? Is it players? Is it coaches? What is it?
I think, honestly, LSU's a really freaking intriguing team. I think most teams in the conference are intriguing this year because of the quarterback position.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like there are 2 buckets. It's these guys that are going from year 1 to year 2 as starters, and we all have to sit here and speculate and wonder if it's your team, you hope. How big of that jump do they make?
Yeah.
Or they're first-year starters with a lot of hype and build-up.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I remember. I've remembered a few years where I've gone, man, the quarterbacks in this league aren't that great this year. But I don't know how much I remember, if I remember a year where there really is a ton of potential across the board, but there's also, like, you can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Like y'all's guy. I keep saying it. Like, I think when I watch him and Sellers are the two, like, when I watch them, I feel the best about them.
Right.
But then I was at the A&M LSU game in the second half. I was in Baton Rouge for LSU Bama. You know, I saw the would have been pick 6 against South Carolina.
Yeah.
But then I watch him at the end of Ole Miss, and I watch him in a bowl. I watch him, some of the throws he makes, and the ability to see it it's better than anybody.
Yeah.
And so he's the one, to me, and Nuss, with some of the least questions about him. But in a normal year, you go, no, he's got to prove it for LSU to become that playoff team that everybody in Baton Rouge is hoping. And you could say a lot of the same. Just take that exact game, and you say a lot of the same about Marcel Reed. Sometimes he looked spectacular. Sometimes he looked like a guy that was starting for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. We've talked about quarterbacks all week. We got a couple of proven commodities that you know what you're going to get. You hope to see that improvement as well. But you got a lot of question marks all over the SEC. So this could be a really great quarterback conference, or it could be kind of a mediocre. We just don't know. We're going to have some top-heavy guys. Mm-hmm. But one person name I haven't heard hardly at all this week is Marcel Reed.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think he's a guy that has the potential and certainly a skill set that could make him, if he makes the right strides, could make him very dangerous. But and then you look at it as why, you know, Texas A&M decided not to bring him to media days. So, you know, what is there any, you know, it's not where there's smoke, there's fire situation. But, like, what kind of strides do you see in that, and why do you think the decision was made not to bring him?
I think as far as the decision, knowing Mike Elko, we put together our list, our staff, like just in the office one day or at lunch. We're like, who do you think will be? 4 or 5 of us were talking, and Marcel was actually 4th on my list. I thought he'd bring Torian York. I thought Trey Zune, who came last year and is a captain, I just assumed he'd bring him back. He probably just figured you've already done it once. And I thought Armaje Reed Adams. Actually, the 4th guy that I thought was a defensive tackle by the name of Albert Regis, who's just kind of – Elko puts a lot into those, like, it's your team, and a lot of that captaincy. Yeah. Will Lee was actually my 5th guy that I thought he'd bring him. Will was probably the best player on the A&M team this spring and also most improved, so they probably rewarded him. I do think, though, with Marcel Reed, he's dangling that carrot for next year, and to say, hey, you're the starting quarterback, but you haven't gone out there and just proved it consistency week to week to go. So, I think in a perfect world, he'd have done that throughout the offseason to where you go, man, this guy's just we can't go without him. But I also think, knowing Elko, I would have put him 4th or 5th on my list of candidates.
Do you see him making that that next step as a quarter, like a week in, week out starter that is going to be dangerous every week?
I do. You know, I think he's going to make significant strides. He can throw the ball. You guys saw he can throw the football really well, but it's just that, you know, okay, the ball snapped, first read, second read, go. And a lot of times it's even the first read. Like, this is going to come open based on, and you know this as a quarterback, and you've played with a million of them. Marcel wasn't supposed to be playing last year.
Yeah.
You know, what year did Nuss start? Year 3 or 4?
4.
Yeah.
Marcel, Connor Wigman was supposed to be the guy. No one in August, outside of probably Marcel, thought that he was ready to be an SEC starting quarterback. So, to me, there's a lot of positivity to watch and go, damn, he did this, and this. And the games where he struggled were South Carolina and Texas. Well, both of those, I would say those were 2 of the top 3 defenses in the SEC last year. So I think when that running game wasn't going for him and a lot was put on him, you saw that inexperience and that kind of inability or lack of desire yet to just catch that snap and rip it.
Yeah.
So I think he'll start doing more of that. I think he'll start pulling it and running more rather than feeling like, you know, some of these quarterbacks that can run so well, they feel like they have to prove first that they can sit in the pocket. And it's like, no, sometimes that's why he was so good against.
Give what God gave you.
Just go. Yeah. And I think you'll see more of that. So he'll make that big step. My question will be, in those games against whoever it is in the SEC or Notre Dame that can line up and take that run away, can you win the game with your decision-making in your arm?
Who's the quarterback?
I don't know.
Yeah, who's the quarterback in the league that's on the hype train, getting all the hype, and you're not there yet?
Simmons at Ole Miss.
Okay.
There's a lot of. He impressed when he went. I mean, you know, that little limited action and
everybody
had to come in against Georgia.
The Georgia game,
But that you're replacing a bad dude in Jackson Dart, and I know I believe in Lane. I trust him as an OC, but I don't know. And there's also no Trey Harris, who could have made me look good.
Yeah.
Forget about so.
I hope he makes Justin Herbert look good for my Chargers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He could use him. I think he's the guy. And my second one, and I've known him since he's like in 9th grade, is Lagway.
Okay.
I think he's incredible talent, and if you ask me, is he going to be great or not, my answer will be yes. But man, there is a ton being put on him, and I don't think his year last year was that dissimilar when you look at it to like what Marcel did.
The stats: 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Right? It's not eye-popping. I'm a fan of DJ Lagway just because of things you said. Like you know it's there, and you're like wondering, can it come out? His injury history is concerning.
That's mine.
Yeah,
because he's a badass. He's a winner. Guys gravitate towards him the same way I see that in Baton Rouge with Nuss. My thing is the injury history, the durability. I mean, he looks like a linebacker. You wouldn't think, but it's just he's so tightly muscled up. You guys play with a bunch of those dudes. Sometimes it's like those are the guys that is just constantly something.
Yep.
And so I do wonder a little bit. With
too many muscles to pull.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've never pulled one ever. I think I did a couple weeks ago coughing, but that's about it.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.